Hello, Mario. Land Surveying 1, Project Management Briefing. Hello, welcome. Well, this year I'm going to try something a wee bit different, and I'm introducing a project management component in with the diary assessment. So it's now the diary and project management component. So what I'm doing is I'm treating the whole course as a project and incorporating that in with the diary and the 5% assessment. So this brings together all of the keeping track of what you're doing, reflecting on what you're doing and why you're doing it, and just being able to account for your time as if you were working for a boss, because they will give you tasks and they want to know that they're being done appropriately and on time and that sort of thing. So it's trying to prepare you for the what's to come. So let's go and have a look over on the big screen at the Moodle site, which the Moodle site, of course, is the yes, that's where it all happens, and that's the drivers. So I've updated the Moodle site a little bit different, so you might have viewed some of my other videos from this Moodle site, of course, but there. So what we're going to be looking at is assessment. So we'll click the assessment tab there, and then we will see that we're going to be coming up with the course diary, which we can click right there, and there's the diary. And I've incorporated, well, we'll have a look at that. Well, let's have a look at the diary first. There's a video briefing on the diary, but just click on the diary there, and that downloads it to there. Okay, and then we can just click on that, and it should open in Word on the big screen, and there's the course diary for 2017, and you can fill in your name there. Now it's in the assessment area that I've made a few changes. So I've introduced so there's the project management. So there's three 1 to 3% of your total mark is for the diary, and I've incorporated some of the stuff in the diary there into these other ones. So the diary video that I've got there is from 2017, so we'll do a little bit of an update on that a bit later on, just so you know that things have changed. But down in the diary assessment, we've got here the project management. So it's assessing on a functional and up-to-date project management tool was used to good effect throughout the course. So, and I'll provide you with the tool. I'll show you about that. Arranged and attended a minimum of 3 meetings and used up-to-date project management tools. So I've got in the part of the assessment, you have to arrange a meeting with your tutor, me, for the project management, and you will keep those up to date so that you're getting assessed on that. And tutor project management meetings preparation and agenda. So you, for each of those meetings, you will have prepared a very simple agenda, and I'm working on examples of that for you. So you will have prepared a very simple agenda, and you will also you will also write minutes of the meeting afterwards, which you'll incorporate as part of your portfolio of work, really. And then tutor project management meeting, minutes, I've got that there in the second one, so that's part of the assessment as well. So in the scheme of things, all of these assessments, each one of these components is marked out of 10 and multiplied by the weighting to give you the overall score. So yes, these are part of your diary assessment, which has changed from that shown in the the first diary video. So yeah, so let's get out of here. Just a little hint: if you want to use the diary, you need to click Enable Editing, and that enables you to use the diary in Word there. So I'll just click out of there, and so that's the diary. And let's go and have a look at the actual project management tool itself now, which is here, and again it'll download, and then we click on that. Click on that, and it'll open up in Excel. And what I've given you here, and again you need to enable editing if you want to change it. So it's opening up on that page. I'll just go to the first page. So this is the first page of the project management tool, which I've filled in for you. So you've got your project name, Land Surveying 1, February, that's when it starts, that's the start of classes, and June 29th is sort of the end point of classes. And so that's when you should have all your work done, and you should be then starting, you should be ready. And down in here I've got your name. It doesn't show up in the tool as I've configured it, but put your name in there so that we know that it's yours. And also write your name over here, and then you can write, just that will do. And these are all the holidays or the midterm things here. So these are the various holidays and breaks that we're going to have. So that means that when we go over here to task monitoring, and we move it, I'll just push the home key. I think that'll get us there. Oh yes, that's the home key there. So this is the task monitoring here. Now what I've done, each well, you have your assessment, so you have your diary, leveling assignment, and then I give you a series of tasks each week. I give you, like, for instance, a checklist with the tasks on. So that checklist needs to be completed, and as you complete it, you get credit for that. So, say for instance, let's have a look at the checklist, and let's say that you did that on the you started that 19 to 18, and you put that in there. So that's 19th of February is when you started, and let's say that you've got everything done by the 25th of February, and I'll talk a little bit more of that. 25/2/18, and that'll come in there, and you can see that that's filled up as blue. So that means the task is completed, and I've given you 5 days. That's the sort of week to do that. So that can be in there, and let's just say you got it. Well, you might have got it done on the 24th of February. It'll come up green, which means you completed it ahead of schedule, or for some reason you might not have quite got it done on time, 26th, and it'll tell you task completed behind schedule. So just a few little simple things, and then you'll see over here that the task is filled in blue. Now this is for all the tasks. Now don't for your one, you need to save it to your flash drive, save it to your personal flash drive, so that you have it available. It won't. You only download it from the site once, and then you make use of it. So this way you can keep track of all of your tasks, Your course diary, of course, that won't get finished through till the end, so you can put a start date in, but you won't be finishing that right till the end, because you've got to take account of all of the days and that sort of thing there. So yeah, and so that enables you to work all the way through. You can see here that enables you, these are your holidays, they're all greyed out, and I've written in all of the tasks and things so far. Now this may change over the course of the period, but yeah, I've got most of them in there and got it all pretty much ready to go. It may need some little tweaks and things just to get it going, but that's it there. Now if you have any problems, you've got the issue log here, so you can put in a date and write about the issue and comments and how you sorted it out and that sort of thing, so that can go in there. Now as I say, you get scored for each of these worksheets, so let's just have a look there. Here's the checklist one, so let's say you got that completed, so you'd get 10 points for that, and that would fit in there. That's 10, and let's just say you got all of this stuff done, so that's 10 points down there. Now this is the chart. I will fill out an individual one for you, so as each task is done and it's scanned and sent to me and it's satisfactorily completed, I will fill in my sheet, and hopefully, or at various times, I will send back a copy of the sheet to you, so you know where you are and what scores I've got, and so that we can do a little bit of chatting and talking and make sure that we're both we've got everything right and we're happy. So this enables you to track your progress through the course by way of a sort of a project management approach. Now what I've also put in here is I've put in, this is your total internal score or assessment, so as you get each thing sorted, so say for instance you might do the levelling assignment and you're going to get 10 out of 10 for that, so that will oh no, sorry, it's a percentage, so 100% for that. There's 10 points, 10.91, and you'll see there's two different ones. There's one for the NZDE and one for the BTEC, because they have, as you can see, slightly different marking, even though we do the classes together. They have a different weighting for the marking, and you can see that here. Now the worksheets, yes, there's the worksheets. So for the completed worksheets, in this case, if we go back to the worksheets, you can see you got 10 out of 10, but because of weightings and things, that becomes that's worth 9.09 in this scheme, and interestingly enough, 0.82 in that scheme, and 0.91 in that scheme. So yeah, I don't know why that's percentage score. That's out of yes, out of, that's as a percentage. So yeah, so that enables you to keep track of your internal score there. Now in terms of your internal score, you need to get a score of 40% or more, which is out of your total scores 20 out of 50, 40%, 20 out of 50, and that's the minimum that you need to pass. You must get over 40% in the practical. You must get over 40% in the exam as well, but the combined score must be over 50%. So if you only got 20 out of 50 in the practical, you'd need to get 60% or more in the exam to pass the course. So that might, at this point, you might want to go away and think about that and come back and ask some questions. But it takes some time, people a little bit of time to get their head around, but it does make sense. So the 50% of the marks are internal and 50% on the exam. The other thing I've put in here is just a copy of the calendar, so that you the handy quick calendar, so you can keep an eye on the dates. Maybe you might want to write in the when assignments are due and marks and things like that, because that's part of the diary assessment. So so let's go back into here. So this is a tool that'll enable you to keep track of where you're at and your scores and all of that information. I think we'll just go out of there for now. I won't save it, obviously it doesn't make any there, like so, and back here. And so this is the as I say, the project management thing there, and as part of that there's three project management meetings that need to be attended to. They're in I think I've put them in here. I should have perhaps so there you attend those with the tutor, and I've put them in here. So the first one I think is week 4. Let's see, week 4. I've done one in week 4, I think it is, or unit 4, which sort of equates to week 4, provided the weather's there. So I've put them. Oh yes, tutor project management meeting 1. So in week 4, I want you to organise a meeting with me with an agenda, and we'll discuss your project, your progress, your worksheets, how you're going, and all that sort of thing. Now, I hope that can be during class time, and it can be during the tutorial or during the practical, if time allows. But you have to organise it and get that done. It can be at a time outside of class, perhaps when you're at tech. It's just a matter of organising a time and then having the meeting. I envisage that the meetings will maybe 5-10 minutes max, if you've got your agenda and you've got your tools available. So you might want to, it might have to be in the CAD room so that we can see your project management tools. And we're going to sit down, well, I'm hoping that we'll sit down, and that's all part of the assessment, so there's marks for that as well. So there's one in week 4. I think I've got the other one there. It is in week 8. And then a final one in week 11, or whenever that might occur during Unit 11. And so that should enable us to keep up to date and know where everyone's at, and perhaps give a bit of feedback as to how you're going, and help with any problems and that sort of thing. So that's all part of it as well. So once again, perhaps I can just drop that down there and get rid of that there. Okay, and so I have put in here a spreadsheet here which has got some meeting tools examples that you might want to use. Are they loading up? Oh, they should be. Here they go. They're loading up now in Excel. So there's meeting summaries, agenda, plan, all sorts of little templates and things. I am hoping to find some more, or possibly even do a little video or something on those as well. But so they're for your agenda and your minutes, and they're a work in progress. So that sort of tidy, that introduces that project management component there. It's in conjunction with your diary. I'll do a little bit of a video, an update video of the diary there as well, I think, just there. So that's my briefing on project management. If you have any questions or anything, of course, you could put them in the comments below the video, but you'll possibly have to have a YouTube account if you want to do that, or you can email me or get in contact with me in class on all sorts of things. So there's yeah, no excuses really. So yeah, let's just wind this video up. So yep, we're going to treat the whole course as a project, and that you're going to have to monitor your progress, report your progress, and that sort of thing, so that will simulate you know, what sort of happens in the real world, and how you have to keep account of your time and what have you. So I hope that goes well for you, and if you follow carefully the things that I've set out, there shouldn't be too many problems. If there are problems, we will overcome them together and move forward. All good. Cheers. See you.